everyone doing today? I hope you guys had a great weekend, and hopefully we are going to have an exciting, jam-packed week of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes action. We at least have a big, exciting event tomorrow night. Do we not, Heinzie?
We do, man. We do. Hello, fam. Hello, everyone out there. It is absolutely fantastic to be back. Have a wonderful week. We're back. Huge week, Cubs. Firstly, we need to talk about that hair, man. We need to talk about that.
Oh.
That is...
Oh, this hair.
Man, I tell you what, the long flowing locks, I like the little curls. I'm super jealous. It's looking really amazing today. Just saying. Anyway, moving right along. Sorry, guys.
It smells like coconut. I have coconut.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, no, my furniture polish that I use on my head, that smells like coconut as well. Anyway, moving right along. But yeah, big week for us, man. We're gonna go head to head, kinda. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We got the Speed GAC coming up in a few days. So I'm pretty pumped, man. It's going to be full on. Ranger and I versus you and Grid. I hope we can get that matchup. That would be massive, wouldn't it?
I am hoping so too. So we got a big show for you guys today. We're going to talk about, of course, our Minnie moment, always honoring Minnie, a fallen member of our community, and St. Jude's logo is there because that is a cause that he wants you to check out and donate to, especially as we get closer to this holiday season. We're going to talk about the upcoming Battle Pass. It was data mined. We haven't heard anything official from CG, but we basically know it's coming. What are our thoughts on that? And then also, are we getting a road ahead this week? I think that answer is very, very likely going to be yes, especially with that Battle Pass information. But before we get into that, Heinzie, I want to throw out an idea. I made this tweet earlier today. So I went and saw Dune. And
yes, how good was it?
Dune absolutely thoroughly knocked my socks off. And I couldn't help but think so many times during the movie, this is how I want to see Star Wars portrayed in film. And so imagine with me for a second, if we got the director of Dune, I forget how to pronounce his last name, Denis
Villeneuve.
Thank you.
Villeneuve.
With Hans Zimmer doing the music, the story of Revan deserves that level of quality. What are your thoughts?
It does. I'm down. Yes. Take my money now. I'm in. Look, I really enjoyed Dune. Visually one of the most spectacular movies I think I've ever seen. It was absolutely incredible. Good. And the best thing for me, and I don't know about you, Cubs, but I actually went in completely blind. I'd never read the books.
Me too.
I just never really got into the backstory. So I just went in with an open mind, and wow, I was super impressed. Just a spectacular movie. It really was.
Yeah. I know fan casting and stuff usually doesn't work, but I'm gonna fan cast this film and dream and cross my fingers. I was just the idea came to me because I've been obsessing over the music for Dune. I've been listening to the Hans Zimmer score, which is on Apple Music, in my AirPod Pros, which have the Dolby whatever it's called, spatial audio, and I know, right? But. Anyway, I was just like, this is just so epic. Like, the music is so good. And it just came to me. I was like, we need to see this. So anyway, here's our meme of the week. Get mad props to whoever photoshopped this. Any tips on how to beat this event? Here's a bigger look at it. Look at this. This looks pretty legit. Like, it looks like it's actually in the game. They did a good job.
Yeah. They need some tempo reduction, those stormtroopers, to get on top of them. But very, very well played. Very, very impressed, guys. So kudos to the person that created that. That's an absolute ripper. I really like it.
You love to see it. All right, let's talk about the Battle Pass. So we know, if anyone is unsure of how we know there's a Battle Pass coming, you see a lot of people talking about this. It was data mined. There is very clear language that says Battle Pass. I think it's a Battle Pass and a Battle Pass Plus or something like that. Like, pretty clearly 2 tiers of Battle Pass. And I know for the most part, I'm seeing more angst about this. People are very concerned. It's CG. Are they really going to get this right? Things like that. And I definitely have some concerns, Heinzie, on things that I think could ruin the Battle Pass. But overall, I think this is probably going to be seen and received as a good thing. If a couple couple components of it are landed. But I'll share my thoughts on that specifically in a second. I'm curious where you're at on this. We haven't even talked about it.
Well, we haven't actually had a chat about it, but I mean, we know that the main theme of it is a Conquest Battle Pass. So with that being in mind, it's certainly going to revolve more around the Conquest event. We know that CG have heard us. We've been speaking to a friend of ours that's been outed by Crumb as a tester ranger who was texting you the other day furiously on Friday evening for fun because he was celebrating his Astros win.
Yes. So Ranger here, we're gonna put him on the spot. He was drunk. He was drunk texting me on Friday night while I was on a date with my wife. Okay, and I quote. That's fine. It not like Heinze recording 3 a.m. in morning for rogue actions or Wario first time on stream and crying and not getting paddled for you not being here. ... No worry. Spelled WRRRRRIE. You do you. LOL. Love you, buddy. He. I know. ... / stab me.
Okay, so it's fair to say that Ranger had a few quiet ales. It was a Gridsy session, to be fair, and that's not unusual. Cubs, you've seen it. You know what we're talking about. It's not unusual. That's what we do.
No, it's not. I knew as soon as I read, I was like, well, Ranger's had a few drinks on the Gridsy session.
Yes, he's
That's
definitely
all I
done
need
that.
to know about this.
Plus, add the Astros win to it, getting into the World Series.
Cheaters.
He was really on cloud nine, and no one can blame it. When your team does well, I think you know when BYU does really well, brother. You're up and about, and you're pretty happy. And you're not.
I start pounding
sometimes.
the chocolate milk, man. When BYU does well, we get so full on chocolate milk.
I thought you just get hammered on warm Dr. Pepper, but hey, chocolate milk, if that works for you, that's fine as well. But back to the Battle Pass. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to sidetrack, guys, but we know that CG have been listening, and they know that we're not happy with the conquest we've had. We finished these 3. They couldn't make changes. The system's set that they set it up and make changes every 3 cycles. That's what we believe, and that's what we know.
They told us that Conquest 10 is when the next round of changes would be. So we know next time is when we're going to see those changes.
Absolutely, it will be, and we know that it's going to revolve around making Conquest easier. I mean, that's just obvious. What that is, I'm not quite sure. But from what I know with the Battle Pass in general, in many other games that we've all played, guys, a Battle Pass has always been really good value. In every single game you play. I don't believe
not every game, but most of the games I've seen.
Majority. I'm sorry, but yeah, the majority of games, more often than not, the ones that I've played, a Battle Pass has been pretty good value, and I really believe that this one will be very similar to that. I think there's no reason for it not to be. I think they've heard us. We've been jumping up and down, saying, "Hey, this is not what we want. This is not the way we want it," and they're hopefully coming up with a solution to fix that. And I think a Battle Pass is probably not the only part of it, but I think it's going to be an integral part of fixing the issues that we've got with Conquest at the moment.
So here's kind of what my retort would be to that. So if I throw Conquest out of the picture, the idea of a Battle Pass in general sounds very appealing to me, especially if it's like the old Daily Crystal Booster, which is one of the universally accepted best deals that we've ever seen in this game.
100%.
And if we're seeing something like that with gear in there, we're getting daily crystals, daily gear, that kind of thing, then I'm going to be really happy. But there's going to be a big fat but here. If the Battle Pass is their solution to the problems we have with Conquest, then I'm going to balk at that. Because, look, Conquest does not need to be monetized to fix the solutions, right? They've already monetized it enough. They've gone through, they've increased the energy that we need, increased the grind, so we need to spend the crystals. Like, to a certain degree, it's already monetized. And so if they're going to look at the community concerns and go, oh, yeah, we got a Band-Aid for that, $10 a month, $25 a month, or something like that. I'm going to balk at that. They need to fix this outside of monetizing it.
I think it's one part of it, Cubs. That's my point. I'm not saying it's the only solution. I don't believe that's the case. Yeah. No, I don't believe it is. I honestly don't believe it is. And you and I both speak to a lot of people in a lot of different communities.
We don't know.
And we don't know, but the feel is that we know that they're not happy. They know we're not happy. They're working on solutions to fix it. But my thinking would be that the Conquest Battle Pass would not be the only way to fix it. I think that's one part that will help alleviate grind that has been Conquest for the last 3. So and what that involves, we don't know yet.
Sorry, I've been told I need to not interrupt you.
But you're really good at it. I'm saying.
I'm working on it. I'm like a interrupting addict here, trying not to.
Work harder, bro.
I read your comments, fam. I read your comments. Anyway.
We all do. We both do. Yeah.
So here's how I think they could maybe land this in a way that would make sense. So if
what would you like
pass,
in an ideal world? If you're creating the pass, sorry, I'm cutting it on you now. I'm interrupting. If you want a pass, okay, you're CG. You're sitting there right now. You're sitting at the desk and you're going, okay, we're going to release a battle pass and it's going to have this in it. What do you want in it?
Okay, I waited for my turn, guys. I'm just gonna have like these super long pauses just to spite these commenters. No, I'm just playing. I really have listened to your feedback. I'm trying to be better at that. Anyway, maybe we'll implement a raising hand system. I'll raise my hand, teacher. Anyway, so obviously we know there's gonna be something Conquest related. So I'm gonna say I would like to see something like maybe some extra energy, or maybe slower stamina reduction, something like that coming in to just make it so I can do more battles, if that makes sense, in a shorter amount of time. I think those 2 things would be good. And then on top of that, I want the battle pass to have gear and or crystals and valuable, meaningful gear. The stun cuffs, the Carbantes, the Chirotechs, dare I say. Then on top of that, if they're gonna have some kind of alleviation of Conquest, I still want them to be addressing our big concerns. The feats, the data discs, all of those things, I want those to be also addressed outside of the battle pass. And so if we see, like, for example, we get rid of a lot of these 14 battle grind feats and bring some good creative data discs and address some of the RNG issues that exist there. If we're doing that kind of stuff and the battle pass has some Conquest features, then I think I'll be fine with it. But if it's basically just like, all right, we're leaving it the same, here's a battle pass, then I don't know. Even if there's gear and stuff in there, then I'm gonna be like, okay, that's cool that we got the gear, but this is not how you fix Conquest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep, 100%. Yeah, look, I think these are the concerns that we've all got and we've all been addressed and we hear all over the place. So what they actually do to fix that overall, it's out of our hands. Let's be honest. With that being said, I do believe that things are certainly going to be more positive when it comes to Conquest generally going forward. That's all I know. That's what I believe.
Well, let us know what you guys think.
How it all plays out.
Oh, interrupted. There's a point against me. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below on the whole battle pass thing as it relates to Conquest, or what you'd generally like to see in it. Now this week, Heinzie, I do think it's very likely we get a road ahead soon. We have heard from Crumb on official channels that they've already recorded the video, that they are doing a video for the upcoming road ahead, which makes me think we're going to see some pretty good things in there. You got to kind of expect that we're going to see information on this battle pass. That's one reason why I think we're probably going to see it pretty soon, because they got that data mined. It's like, okay, the beans are kind of spilled in the battle pass already. Now we're just kind of waiting to see what's in there. So that's got to be in the road ahead. Heinzie, what else are you kind of expecting to see in the upcoming road ahead?
Oh, look, to be honest, this time of the year, it's really hard to speculate, isn't it? I mean, I think that we're certainly getting more characters. There's going to be some sort of new releases. I'd like to see more ships, but I don't know how we're going to go. I think we expected a shipload of content a while ago. So I don't know if that's going to still come through or not, or if we've had our shipload of content. I think, speaking to a few people, they seem to think that, we're not going to get any more ships this year, which is crazy, but that needs some love. But we'll have to wait and see.
They can't ever get ships right, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? It really is. But I mean, by a shipload of content bringing in one capital ship, which really is just crazy, mental, which is good for bounty hunters, and I'm a bounty hunter boy, so I'm not disappointed. But the one thing that's frustrating is that we just need a lot of support ships for the capital ships we already have. I mean, we can't field enough ships to fill all of our fleets. I mean, that's just bizarre, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. So, yeah, definitely we need some more support ships in the system somewhere.
You know what my theory is with ships? I think that there's a internal war going on what to do with ships. There you got factions, okay, at CG, all right? You've got people over there.
Hatfield McCoy stuff. Yeah, okay.
You got people over there who are like, no, we need to address ships, and they get some traction. And then you get the guy who comes into the room and goes, but money. And then everything changes, because I think that they have to just look at the data and realize, I mean, I don't know what the data says, but I would speculate the data probably says that they make a lot less money when they release ship content than when they release character content. And so I bet you anything, there's just kind of this bottom line discussion of, well, we kind of need to get this number up, so we'll do that later. We'll do that next quarter when, we release this or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I feel like it's probably coming down to that, because it's like, what are they...
Well, it's been neglected for too long. I mean, it really has just been neglected. And Executor is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's OP. Finding out that there are ways to beat it. Not ideal, but they're working. So at least you can beat them without an Executor, which is pretty cool if you got the right lineup and everything in the right spot.
Right.
It can be beaten. And that's a really good thing. We're starting to see that now. But yeah, we need some more fleets. I mean, look, the Radis drives me mad. It really does, as one example. I mean, you've got a ship that can take out a capital ship, but the rest of the fleet gets taken out before it can actually pull the trigger on it. Like, that's just not good enough. I mean, it's just not. What's the point of having it if you can't actually trigger the ultimate enough? And it should trigger in most cases. Every other ship's ultimate pops, right? How come the Radis is really, really hard to achieve? It needs to cool down quicker. It just needs to.
And they could release a ship that helped that along easily.
They could. Yeah,
so
just get a bomber that cools down the abilities. I mean, it's problem solved.
Bringing it back to the road ahead. Here's a couple things. Yes. No, you're good. Here's a couple spicy takes. Okay. I think we're going to see two things in the road ahead that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about for the road ahead specifically. Number one, I think we're going to see information on the 6th anniversary for Galaxy of Heroes and how we're going to celebrate that, because that's coming up next month. And so I think we will probably see at least mention of that, maybe some details on what's going to happen. And then number two, I think they are going to announce a Boba Fett legendary.
Ooh.
Or journey character. I don't think that they're going to tell us everything that's exactly happening with that, or dates or anything, but I think we're going to have a teaser with probably some art.
Oh, I like it. I'm a bounty hunter boy. I said that a minute ago. I would love to see it. I would just love it. I really would. I'm just giddy thinking about it.
They're doing a video, so they're not going to just... they're not just going to do some, boring stuff.
I mean,
right?
if any indication of the last road ahead, which we loved, by the way, like that was great. You got the exclusive on that too. Remember, that was cool. If the last release of the road ahead is anything to go by, yeah, we should expect something pretty big. But yeah, I don't know what that is though.
I didn't get an exclusive on that, by the way. I don't know what you're talking about.
He sent you the link. You were the first one to see it.
He sent it to me as it went live.
Yeah, you got to see it before anyone else live. Yeah,
I guess that's an exclusive. He was on my stream and he's like, "Hey Cubs, check this out," and then he posted it.
I was there. I remember seeing it. Yeah. I flipped out when I saw it. It was incredible because no one expected it, and it was great. Yeah. But yeah, you got the heads up.
I remember I was about to end my stream, and he's like, "Dude, hold on a second."
It was so good. It was great. So, no, look, they're doing some good stuff. They're communicating better. I think it's great. I mean, we had Crumb on, my stream recently. He's been on yours. He's been all over the place. He's definitely doing the rounds, which is great. And I think that they're really improving their communication. Do we want more? Of course we do. We never have enough. We want to engage with them as much as we can, certainly. But you can't say that they haven't been trying lately. Cubs, they really have been getting out there and really engaging more with community and the streamers and people that really have a huge passion for this game, which is great.
Yeah, no, I agree. We talk about this a lot. I think all communication is good communication. We could get into the weeds of, are they communicating enough? Are they communicating with the right people? I know there's a ton of people who just they can't talk to anybody without where's the communication with Arnold and everything. And you know what? We don't necessarily have those answers. I think it'd be great if they were to talk to more people, but any communication is good communication. And I definitely think that the more of that interaction we have with the development team, the better it is for this game. Really,
100%. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's PR 101. It really is, and it's not rocket science. It makes a big difference. It was an absolute pleasure to have Crumb on with us. I never expected in my wildest dreams I would ever be in that position. It's really, it really was a huge highlight for me, and it was great because we all want to talk Star Wars. We love this game. We want to talk about it. We want to be involved in it, and that's why we play it. So it's a good problem to have. It was great.
There we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. The video's not over. We're going to talk about the upcoming mall meta, potentially, which is here today. And AutoSet and GAC, how do you guys feel about it? So we're going to get out of here, head over to Heinz's video. Thanks so much for joining us. Please like the video just for the algorithm. And as always, my brothers.
I'm interrupting.
You're a jerk.
Yes. It was fun.